Hi, I'm Megan Marie.
Yeah, this is me. I am Kat. Hi.
Hi, I'm Natasha.
I'm here today with you because Natasha wanted me to come help her make a video about how I am fat. Her too, not just me. And Kat. Wait. I'm here because I'm fat. And I don't like it.
I'm here because I look like a blob on the outside. I'm recently starting to go on like the weight loss journey. So I'm trying to be healthier. I want to see how healthy I can get. And I feel like this time it's different because people are doing it too. So I don't just feel like I'm the only one.
I'm here because we're going to have some fun. Losing lots of weight together because not eating is fantastic and I love to deprive myself of the yummy goodness of food.
Honestly, I don't remember a time I wasn't fat. I don't think it's always bothered me, but it's always been an issue. Like, I didn't love it. When you're in school, you get bullied for it. When you're in high school, you want a boyfriend. Boys don't like fat girls. But then you want to go to prom and you want a pretty dress and you know, you can't shop where your friends shop because they don't carry the plus sizes. So it's always been an issue. There's always an issue. I face issues because I'm fat in my everyday life. I just went on my honeymoon and I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I have anxiety. So I Googled the theme park rides to make sure I could fit on them before I went. You shouldn't have to do that. But I did. It's an issue. I really want to say my weight does not cloud my view of myself. I know I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person. I know it doesn't change my opinion of myself, but I feel like other people have opinions of me because I'm fat. When I look in the mirror, I don't like it. I'm not disgusted by the way I look, like some people might be, but I don't like it. I know I've looked better before. I don't know 100% what I weigh right now. I think I weigh about 325. And I know my healthy weight's probably around 150, but I would love to weigh probably 140. I can't do math. That's like over 150 pounds. That's a lot. That's like it's not two. That's 200. It's almost 200 pounds. That's a lot. Happy tears. Weight loss means that I can go to Disney without Googling if I can fit in the rides. I can go shopping with my friends and not have to go to the plus size section. I could have a baby and I'm gonna look pregnant. I know a lot of bigger people don't look pregnant until their 3rd trimester. Not having to worry about things that I shouldn't have to worry about. Have there been previous diet attempts? I can sit here and try to name, well, like when I was younger, my mom would be like, don't snack between meals. So if that's a diet, eating 3 meals only a day. The Atkins diet, the counting the calories, the managing your macros, keto, Herbal Magic, Herbal One or Herbal Magic, I forget which one I did, but they're the same. I've done vegetarian. Oh, not eating. I've done a lot. They don't work for me. This time is the first time I feel like I'm doing it for me. Also, the first time I really try a diet when I'm living on my own. The environment's different. I'm not approaching it like a diet. I'm approaching it as eating healthier, and I'm not gonna let myself obsess about it like I typically would. And I'm just gonna try and be healthier. I can't sit here and tell you I don't know why I'm fat, but I can sit here and tell you I don't want to talk about it, that goes to show I'm not fixed. But I don't want to let it hold me back anymore. I can be skinny and still have issues. So technically, I started eating healthy on November 17th. It was my dad's birthday. I just decided I was getting a salad. I'm not super strict on it in the sense that, like, if I want a freaking donut, I'm gonna have a donut. I'm just not gonna have a donut every day. And I'm hoping this is gonna work for me. I've also been meal prepping so that one of my biggest struggles with eating in general, because I have a horrible relationship with food, is convenience. If it's there, I'm gonna eat it. If I don't wanna cook, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go buy something because it's more convenient. So I meal prepped so that now I always have food at home. So even if I'm hungry, I don't have to go eat the bad things. I can have the good stuff that I made like earlier that day or week or whatever. Terrified! I'm gonna fail again, but it's fine, because failure's the only way you get better. You can't succeed unless you try. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. See, struggle with depression, feel numb about most things. So I can't sit here and say I feel excited, but I feel better, and I think that's a start.
I've always been bigger. Even when I was a kid, I was always bigger, as I said, but my family was always very like fit and like active and was like running around constantly, but I was fat. So like it's never not been an issue. So when I was in grade 9 and 10, I kind of went into this really bad depression slump, and I started medication, like prescription medication, and to kind of help me solve some of my issues that I was having. And I didn't do anything except for sleep, eat, and shower. I was barely functioning as a human, so obviously I wasn't being active. When I was a kid and like CES was involved with my family, they were always like, hey, you should be a little stricter on what Kat eats and everything, because she should not be as big as she is. And so my mom would put me on a diet when they were watching and then take me off of it when they weren't, and kind of on and off throughout my childhood. So when I got older, it was kind of like whenever I could put in my mouth, I put in my mouth, like food-wise anyways. I've kind of seen that there are more people around me and like in my town and people I know that are going through the same journey and trying to be healthier, and so it's not as bad. And as Megan Marie said, if I look at it as just like a lifestyle, like improvement, not like a diet that I'm gonna be on forever. It's kind of different this time. And I'm more trying to do it to be healthier in general, not to be like, oh, I want to look skinny. Well, I kind of do want to look skinny, but it's not just because I want to lose the weight. It's because like there are so many things. Being fat does not help, like health-wise. So I'm trying to at least prevent that a little longer, stay alive a little longer, you know. So it's a lot easier and convenient if I just do meal prep and make things healthier, instead of just being like, TV dinner, yay, let's eat 3 of them. Like, so now it's all on me, right? I can't be like, oh, well, someone else bought these chips knowing I'm gonna eat the whole bag of the chips. Now it's kind of like, Kat, there's this portion bag of chips that you're allowed having. If you eat more, it's your fault. As I said, I was kind of in a zombie state, so I kind of went up in weight pretty quick. And I've kind of slowly been raising as the years go on. But as of this year, like this whole year, I've remained the same weight. So that's progress. So I weigh a lot. I'm the fattest person that I know in person, so I weigh 430 pounds, which is a lot. Trust me, I know. I live in this body. But, so I kind of want to be like 200-ish, but I know that it'll be a lot harder to do than actually be like than just saying it. Plus there are steps I'm taking in the future that'll help me with it, probably, so yeah. And if you're wondering, I might be getting weight loss surgery, so just be honest about it. Yeah, I want to be able to go for a walk around the block or something and not be like, can we stop? And like panting and out of breath for no reason. Or like worried if you sit on the city bus with somebody, if you sit on the outside that you're gonna squash the other person. I should not be worried I'm gonna squash a whole person. That's not something you should do. And I'm worried about that, so. With being as big as I am, it's like harder to do things, like just to go out in public and be like, hey, I need this shirt, but like you can't find the shirt. You have to go to a special big person store. Because I feel like in my head, I don't look like what I look like on the outside. Sometimes I look way worse, sometimes I look way better. So when I'm depressed, which is a lot of the time. So when I'm depressed, it really does cloud my judgment and everything, because I just think like all the bad things that happen to me are because I'm bigger, or like I deserve them because I'm not like the average looking person, like size wise. So I just like automatically go like, that's where your instinct goes, because I feel like when you go out in the world, a lot of people just focus on that. They're like, oh, she's a big person, like, and make up all these things about her. So I just automatically assume them in my head, that I'm like, that's the first thing I go to. But when I'm in a good mood, I don't even care. I'm like, yeah, I'm fat. At least I have big boobs. Like, what does weight loss mean to me? I don't really know. Because, again, I don't like saying like weight loss in general, right? I like saying healthier and like being more active and bettering yourself. So it's kind of complicated for me to just like come out and say like weight loss means this. But if I had to, I'd say like it means feeling better. Because when I started trying to better myself and be healthier and change my eating habits and everything, I felt a lot better about myself because I was making these changes than when I wasn't making the changes. Well, as I said, I don't really see myself looking like how I do. I'm like, I look 10 times hotter. Like, just, let's be honest. So sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh damn, like I look good. But then there's times where I'm even like somewhat sad or like somewhat anxious, and I'm like, I look like this giant, you know, like the giant marshmallow guy where he like puffs up and becomes like this giant like Thor, like, yeah, that's what I feel like sometimes. So you can imagine it's not a good feeling emotionally. Somewhat. I've somewhat healed from it. So I am a huge like food is comfort person, because I feel like when I was younger I had issues with my family. So I would like be like, I'm sad, I need a snack. Or I'm angry, I need a snack. Terrified, honestly. I'm really scared and anxious that it's not gonna go how I think it's gonna go. But I'm really excited, right? Because I've already started making the changes. I did it slowly, because if I did it all at once then I'd rebel against it, so that's a thing. But like, I've stopped pop. I don't like have chips in the house, so I can't binge chips because that was my thing. I don't have caffeine, I don't do anything like that, so cutting out things. So I'm excited, but a little anxious. But then again, I'm always anxious, so mostly excited.
There's been so many previous diet attempts and roller coasters of ups and downs that, like, if I started talking about it today, we would only finish next year. So, we'll just say a lot. I'm hoping that this time is a lot different, because I have a lot of life changes that need to be made. I'm tired of living like this. And I feel like as every year goes by and I get older and older, that it's just something that is more important to change sooner. And so like being that, you know, I've been 19 for like 13 years now, I definitely gotta like, you know, work on getting it down to a more manageable weight size. So whenever I started this time, I was at 336.6, and I'm probably around like 325 because I went on a lovely drug called amitriptyline, and I was on that for like a month and a half to 2 months, and I gained 50 pounds. It was wonderful. That was for migraines. They didn't tell me my butt would grow 2 sizes, but I was lucky enough to have it happen. So I'm just gonna math a little bit better than Marie. Just a little bit. I need to lose over 200 pounds. So I'm thinking like, ideally, this 330 pound person here should weigh anywhere between 105 and 114. That shit ain't gonna happen. Just gonna tell you that it ain't gonna happen because I'm only 5'1" on a good day with thick socks, you know. Thick socks. From that to like this, I'm okay like with some curve. I just like, you know, I want to be able to go into any store and buy a pair of pants. If there's an emergency, like what if I bend over and rip them? I need to be like, hey, there's a store there. Let's go buy some pants. Not like, hey, does that store have my size? Or, hey, do I need to sew 3 of those pairs of pants together to fit my size? I want to lose weight because, okay, carrying around 336 pounds every day, 365 days out of the year, except for on leap years, is a lot of work. I don't have the energy I should have. I don't have the ability to do what I should have. I am limited in what I am able to do when I go places. This summer we went to local fairs, and the rides are made for people who are size like 14 and under, and that is not me. So I could not go on the rides with my daughter. So yeah, like it's not a want to, it's a I need to lose weight. Because at this point, like, I'm limited in life because of my weight. I find everything difficult. Like, you know, reaching things that are above 6 feet, that's really difficult. To me, weight loss means freedom.
I know.
Marie just like was like, freedom. Right. When I said freedom, it's like she was in my head. So it's freedom, right? It's freedom to be able to do what I want to do without having my body limit me. The freedom to be like, oh, hey, you know, you want to go shopping at blah, blah, blah store? And you can be like, yeah, dang right I do. Whether you like their clothes or not, you're damn sure I'm going to get something. You want to know why? Because my butt fits in it now. That kind of freedom, right? That's the freedom that a lot of people like don't ever have to experience, which is wonderful for them. And I feel like, to me, like that's what weight loss is like not having to be weighed down by that anymore. I'm like a skinny person just stuck in a fat person's body. So like throughout my day, I don't see myself as fat. And then like you're in that like Walmart change room and you're like trying to pull on those jeans. You just can't get them on and you're like, damn it. And then you look and you're surrounded by mirrors and it shows you like what you really are on the outside, and like it's a big change to see what you are on the outside versus, I guess, who you are on the inside. I love to cook, I love to bake, I love to eat. 3 of my most favorite things in the world. I love to cook and I love to bake, but not healthy things. And that's the problem. So I feel like I just have to redirect into healthier, avenues, and it would be a lot easier. I don't feel like healing from what made me fat is really like, yes, sometimes I overeat or binge eat, but that's like a very stressful, anxious day, not like a, lifetime of hate, regret, and remorse, I feel. I don't know. I'll have to bring it up with my counselor and psychiatrist. They'll let me know.
Feel you so hard on that.
I am absolutely excited, I think. I don't know. I'm still in a migraine buzz, so I'm thinking like a little bit behind, but I feel a lot more positive about this one than a lot of the other ones I've done. I'm going to make my husband do it too. He doesn't know it yet, but he eats what I cook. So, Doug is an adorable teddy bear. He just needs a little bit less fluffing inside. So, we're going to cook some healthier foods. No, being fat does not cloud my view of myself, because I'm a freaking awesome individual. And I have an amazingly fantastic personality. And if people want to judge me by my lovely, adorable outer shell of a person, then they can just not watch all my adorable YouTube videos and makeup tutorials and kiss Megan's behind because she's wiggling it. Hey guys, and thanks for watching. I will post a link to Megan Marie's YouTube page below. She will be posting things about her different meals and her weight and the struggles as well on her channel. So go ahead and check that out. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, as well as give the video a like, and don't forget to share it with your friends, and have a great night. Bye.